Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found this electric scooter to be a huge help for a very specific situation, but it's an experience that comes with some significant trade-offs. While our reviewer, an adult using this personal vehicle for mobility while recovering from foot surgery, was ultimately very pleased, they pointed out 3 major limitations. The biggest catch is the throttle, which is single speed only. This means there's no way to maintain a smooth, slow pace. You're either at full throttle or coasting. To move slowly, this client had to constantly pulse the power, resulting in a slightly surging, unsmooth ride that isn't ideal for navigating tight or crowded spaces. 2 other performance aspects were a bit of a letdown. Coming from a background with more powerful gas-powered vehicles, our reviewer was disappointed by this scooter's lack of power and acceleration on hills or light off-road terrain. Furthermore, while they never ran the battery completely down, it seemed to use a considerable amount of charge even for short trips, suggesting its overall range is quite limited. Despite these issues, this rideable proved invaluable. The optional seat was a lifesaver, and the deck was spacious enough to comfortably accommodate a large walking boot with room to spare. A huge plus was the ability to use it as a traditional kick scooter, pushing off with one foot in areas where using the motor wasn't practical. While it has some heft, our reviewer found it manageable enough to lift in and out of a car daily. One final quirk to be aware of is the inconveniently placed power switch, located out of sight near the charging port, making it very easy to forget to turn the unit off. Overall, while not perfect, this scooter served its specific, unconventional purpose remarkably well.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer finds this scooter to be a really great vehicle, especially given its affordable cost. They acknowledge that while some people have complaints, the manufacturer's design choices make sense from a value perspective. The primary example of this is the battery system. It uses an older, heavier lead-acid technology that requires a long time to recharge and cannot be quickly swapped out mid-ride. However, our reviewer points out that this is a deliberate trade-off. While modern lithium batteries offer convenience, they can cost several times more than this entire scooter. In contrast, replacements for this vehicle's batteries are remarkably inexpensive. The positive side, the scooter's quality seems solid, and the assembly was quick and straightforward. The runtime even exceeded the manufacturer's claim, providing a pleasant surprise. Its fairly large tires offer a smoother ride than many alternatives, and the removable seat adds a layer of versatility, allowing it to be used either standing up or sitting down like a small bike. Our reviewer also appreciated its compact size, which made it easy to store in a small van where space is a premium. The customer support line was also noted as being responsive and helpful. Of course, there are downsides that come with the low cost. The throttle is a simple on-off switch rather than variable, and the charging light can be misleading. The most significant performance issue is a severe lack of power on inclines. Our reviewer states that you'll likely be walking it up most hills. Despite these drawbacks, they ultimately feel the scooter is an excellent 5-star value, concluding that the perceived quality and incredibly low cost of ownership make it a fantastic choice for those who understand its limitations.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer initially acquired this seated scooter for a very specific and somewhat unusual reason: to see if it could be compactly stored in a small plane, a Cessna 172, for ground transportation from a remote grass airstrip to a nearby cabin. Despite widespread advice on aviation forums suggesting against such a purchase due to concerns about weight, size, and recommending a folding bike instead, our reviewer decided to proceed. Though purchased a couple of months ago, this electric scooter initially sat mostly unused in the garage. However, this client has since taken it out for several spins around the neighborhood, often with their 2-year-old daughter happily perched on their lap, enjoying the ride. As a 35-year-old weighing 190 pounds, carrying their 30-pound daughter in the 10-pound seat, The scooter comfortably manages the combined 230 pounds, though it likely performs best with lighter loads. It's not particularly fast, but it moves along adequately, even surprisingly tackling a moderately sloped city hill without stopping, merely slowing down. Our reviewer praised its robust steel construction, effective brakes, and quality tires. Battery runtime also seemed good. After 3 to 5 miles of use, there was plenty of charge left, with the rider often tiring out before the battery did. However, this electric scooter isn't without its drawbacks. It's quite noisy and chattery, often sounding like it's straining, which our reviewer suspects it often is, especially with an adult. A significant concern lies with its outdated battery technology, likely NIMH. This type is known for a shorter overall lifespan memory effect and requires careful management to avoid overcharging, issues that a more modern LiPo battery could resolve. Furthermore, for someone who is 511, riding this scooter isn't particularly comfortable. It leads to a cramped, hunched posture and, as this client admits, looks somewhat comical. Ultimately, while our reviewer wouldn't recommend.
And that's it. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching.